変すぎて、もうなんかやばいっす。普通に暑い。
Glowing embrace, let me adore you, love. Tender embrace, the way that you shine. Simply moving up, calm defenselessness. I hold you dear in my heart. Simply moving up, calm defenselessness. I know you won't break my heart. Loving your feet all the way to your crown, all things in between, all things around. Simply moving up, calm defenselessness. I hold you dear in my heart. Simply moving up, calm defenselessness. I know you won't break my heart. Pleasure to land, oh to feel solid ground, oh to love you through the seasons. Now you're flying along, calling my song.
Pas de la chance. C'est parce que tu travailles dur pour mon travail. Tu me dis, c'est parce que j'ai travaillé dur pendant 10 ans. Toi, c'est pareil. Tu travailles dur.
For the comprehension écrit, j'ai 18 sur 25.
C'est très bien.
Feeling your
Tes notes
grace,
sont très bonnes.
love to be intimate. pronouncing the name,
Tu écris sur ça.
title of love.
Tu vas y arriver.
Simply moving a calm defenselessness. I hold you dear in my heart. Simply moving
The windows open wider, black coffee on the stove. There's nowhere left to hide now beneath the yellow moon.
Tu es japonaise?
Tout à fait.
Film change de la vie.
Definitely. Definitely true.
I saw the light go down Baker Street. Don't know exactly where she wants to meet. The last cigarette, a broken phone. Drink's gonna be here really soon. I don't know where to start or when to end. I'm afraid that I might fall again. I saw someone coming towards me. That someone's gonna set me free. There she was. There she was.
Color in the arc of a wave, dripping off words that you say when the boat slows down. There's a break. Color in the turn of a phrase, curving a moment in space to spin something around and to change, Color has a rule to be loved, punching like stars from the mouth. Shade likes to carry sound. Color so cool and washing the moon to its place with a turn back around with a
Apart from the mechanism. Speaking, so he speaks. Yeah. I remember this. We were speaking English in the shop.
I agree. Yeah. Well, actually, they can. Yeah.